My name is Alana Nichols, and I am a television host, producer, and speaker.
My name is Bianca Birdsey, and I'm a South African parent of 3 deaf daughters.
My name is Warren Snipe. Everyone calls me Wawa. I'm an actor and also a musician.
I was born with a common cavity malformation, and without getting too technical, it essentially means that my cochlea, which is the inner part of my ear, is malformed.
I was born deaf, but we found out later that I was deaf. Prior to that, my family had no idea why I was behaving the way that I was.
All of my girls have what we call a bilateral, severe to profound sensory neural hearing loss, which means that they are essentially deaf in both of their ears. We believe that this has been the case since they were born, but because we didn't have newborn hearing screening, we only found out about the hearing loss when they were already 3 years old.
Growing up, I had 1 hearing aid. Then later in life, added a second, had 2. Then I learned sign language in college. Prior to that, I had no knowledge of sign language. And then, once I did learn, that has just changed my life completely.
One thing that people might not realize about being deaf or hard of hearing is every single conversation is a challenge. I think there can be a misunderstanding a lot of the time because when someone is deaf or hard of hearing, there's nothing else that's different about them except the ear.
I wish that people knew that connection and communication is critical to the sense of well-being, the sense of belonging, and the sense of feeling like life has been good.
I feel like a lot of people look down on me for my deafness. Tell me, you can't do this, this, or this. But I can.
And it's one of the most frustrating feelings as a deaf person to not be able to understand the world around you and to not be understood.
Not knowing how essential communication and language is to connection and belonging are issues of injustice.
I'm proud of my deafness. I'm proud of deaf culture. I'm proud that I can use sign language as access using ASL.
Every deaf and hard of hearing person has unique needs. Some people need hearing aids, some people need cochlear implants, some people need accessories, some people simply need interpreters.
There are a variety of resources available to have access. And that's so critical, that we understand more about our culture and how we can provide access and resources for folks coming up.
Systems in education need to adapt to acknowledge that a deaf child has worth, has potential, and is worth fighting for.
I would really like to see an emphasis on accessibility around the globe, that everyone who's deaf and hard of hearing has access to these resources rather than being stigmatized or ostracized in any way.
It is a shared responsibility to see that these injustices are addressed, to allow deaf children to dream, to be their best selves, and to contribute meaningfully to this world.